You hit 3 p.m. and the tank feels empty. Brain fog sets in, your limbs feel heavy, and your third cup of lukewarm coffee fails to move the needle. Even with a daily multivitamin, you remain physically depleted. Caffeine creates a biological illusion. It fails to produce actual energy. Instead, it blocks your adenosine receptors, the specific neural pathways that register fatigue. The chemical warning signals simply bounce off, while the underlying exhaustion remains. Relying on stimulants to bridge the afternoon gap forces your adrenal glands into overdrive. This borrows energy from the next day, which guarantees a systemic crash once the chemical blockade wears off. Constant exhaustion is the physical signature of a cellular supply chain crisis. The multi-billion-dollar supplement industry faces a significant biological hurdle: the human digestive tract. The gut acts as a destructive bottleneck for oral vitamins. Oral pills must survive highly corrosive stomach acid. Whatever remains is filtered by the liver, while gut inflammation blocks nutrient absorption into the bloodstream. This creates a mathematical reality where only about 20% of the original dose reaches your cells in an active state. This physiological barrier leaves your internal machinery starved of the raw materials it needs to function, regardless of how many supplements you swallow. In 1960s Baltimore, Dr. John Myers began treating patients suffering from chronic, debilitating fatigue and fibromyalgia. Dr. Myers hypothesized that his patients had inefficient digestive systems. Their bodies were physically incapable of extracting enough healing nutrients from food to facilitate recovery. He bypassed the digestive tract entirely, administering a calculated cocktail of magnesium, calcium, B vitamins, and vitamin C directly into the bloodstream. This medical protocol successfully restored energy to bedridden patients by circumventing the body's natural absorption bottlenecks. Delivering nutrients directly into the venous system achieves 100% bioavailability. Every molecule in the infusion is immediately available for cellular use. This creates a concentration gradient. By flooding the fluids surrounding your cells with vitamins, the external environment becomes denser than the interior. This pressure forces nutrients through the cell walls via passive diffusion. The nutrients move into starved cells automatically, without expending energy. The payload is precisely balanced. Magnesium serves as the primary fuel creator for cellular energy, while the B-complex vitamins act as spark plugs to synthesize the serotonin required for mood regulation. Vitamin C acts as a massive electron donor to neutralize oxidative stress. Simultaneously, the saline base expands blood plasma volume, correcting subclinical dehydration that can impair cognitive function. This synergistic blend functions as a physiological strike, delivering the exact raw materials required to repair cellular damage. The physical sensation of a Myers cocktail lacks the jittery, anxious high of a caffeine rush. Because it is not a stimulant, it does not trigger a systemic crash. This is biological energy. It increases your capacity to produce power by optimizing cellular respiration, the process mitochondria use to generate energy. Using caffeine is like taping a brick to the gas pedal of a car with an empty tank. The IV drip fills the tank with high-octane fuel. Prioritizing nutrient-driven energy over adrenal stimulation stops the body from existing in a state of tired but wired stress. The cells receive genuine nourishment, allowing for real recovery. The Myers cocktail has evolved into a gold standard for preventative maintenance among overworked professionals and elite athletes. Proactive biological upkeep ensures that the internal machinery has the resources it needs before it breaks down. True vitality follows a predictable biological logic. When the digestive bottleneck is removed, the brain and body receive the exact raw materials required to sustain natural energy and a stable mood.